And she's like, when you introduce me, people call me Rockstar. Jessica Rockstar Thompson. And I love that. I'll let her tell the story as to why she does that, but I don't want to make you guys feel left out. So I think we make up nicknames for these guys as well. Liz, the Texan firecracker party. You're totally the Rock. Well, here's what we're going to do. We've talked a lot about this blueprint, right? Is my thought, is connect, share, invite. That seems to be the thing, right? And this is building the business. New Life business. I'm gonna give you the great network marketing secret, you guys. I've been doing this 17 years, been in charge of sales teams. You gotta sign people up. That's the great secret. We have all these incredible tools, Gel and Tells, the Power Hour, all those things are tools, things that you can leverage to build your business. But the trick is, you gotta talk to people. You gotta approach people. You've gotta share your story with people. And so what I thought we could do is with this panel, let's just get into it. You guys, all of you, have successful New Life businesses. You've all done incredible things. We're already dapping up this thing. But let's get into it. Let's just start with Connect, right? Connect is all about connecting with people. And I want to maybe just kind of take it in two ways. One, there's new people that are figuring out how to connect with people. And then there's a few people out here that have been doing this a while. They're going, how do I connect to new people? So why don't, Rock, I'm going to start with you. But just,
sure.
Yeah, you didn't even start in this business. What got you in this business? And how did you start connecting with people to build your New Life business?
Sure. Hi, everybody. Hello. Thank you for having all of us. So, I was a New York City police officer and a firefighter. 5 years police, 15 years with fire. And that was a true calling. However, towards the end of my career, I ended up meeting none other than Paul Posio, that has been wearing the Rose and Cole shirt for the last month. So Paul and I met as total strangers while I was teaching the class, and it opened up my eyes and truly bridged the gap of something that I did not know existed in myself, and which was that, traditional firefighters or police officers, they don't deal with business or money. He sort of taught me the art of kind of engaging and bridging the gap of the things that I didn't know that I could do.
So, firefighter, policeman, obviously, like you said, very little, we'll call it business acumen, right? This idea of like, how did you start approaching people? How did you connect with people?
So, I pretty much utilized Facebook Messenger. Very much so. I always requested and asked them, may I send you a video? And upon receiving the video and making sure that they did in fact see it, my next question immediately was, what did you like best about the video? It always initiates a positive response, and, well, usually, not always, but usually you'll get a positive response when you get that question. And then, of course, once their answer to that question is essentially their goals, right? So their answer is what I would then utilize to educate them on what the next steps in terms of what else I could teach them about whatever the product, whatever specific video product it was. Initially, of course, it was only the gel.
Yeah, I love that. When we, for years and years and years, we always said this was a belly-to-belly business, right? And the whole idea was listen, they're going to tell you what their needs are. Listen for their problems, because likely you have a solution. Facebook Messenger 2022, where the business is today, is no different. Ask open-ended questions, listen, read the answers, and like you said, Now, you leverage social media as well. I know, in fact, you just took over our social media for the week.
Yeah.
It
Felt like a year. It felt like a year. This space right here, I was done, but I think it was about day 5 I was out there, but
But same question, right? I know that's how you connect with a lot of people. So when you connect with people, how do you do it? What's kind of the Liz Party recipe?
so the beautiful thing about this business is I came in here for the job, changed my life, and then I just started opening my mouth about it. But I found along the way, I desire to help other people share their story with the gel. That's really where my passion is, because I think that's something that God gave me from the beginning of this journey, is that I wrote down from my first experience, from the first week, from my first use, the first month 3. I never would have stopped documenting what the gel has done in my life. So this is something I can share genuinely with other people, take them on a journey. This isn't something that's stopping. It's not a before and after. It's a before and now, and I'm not done, right? So that's the thing for me, is connecting on social media is about telling my story and helping others tell their story. There's a couple, maybe 100 people or more in here that have a unique story that's gonna reach somebody, and that to me is the power of new life. And I read, I think it was Susie Backward posted the other day, that network marketing is a personal development or personal growth program in a compensation plan. And that hit me right between the eyes, because that's what this company has done for me. That's what this experience has done for me. Is, there's days where, if you've been in this for a minute, we're not always feeling it. I'm not always in the mood, and I've got a system in place that life has given me to continue to do the simple things that help keep bringing people in. And for me, I don't overcomplicate it. It's always been about telling my story and connecting with others and then people coming to me and asking me. And that happens over time where somebody wants to know what's helping you feel better. Everybody wants to feel better, It's not a superficial thing. This is like what is going to bring you joy in your lives. And that's what the job is from. This whole opportunity is there for me. So I share it on social media, and I try to help others do that. That's what's worked best for me.
Yeah, there's duplication, right? It's
Great.
Teach them to do what you do. Jessica, I'm going to do a couple questions for you, because we talked about this earlier, so put you on the spot a little bit. You said you're not always in the mood, so I want you to not only talk about how you connect with others, but I know mindset is really important to you. How do you get in the right mindset before you go connect with others?
Thank you. So glad we had that conversation earlier.
Thank you for having me up here too. It's a huge honor, because I still feel so new, just getting started, but family, right? So I want to make sure that it means so much. So I'm really excited to be here. Also, what you said, I'm sorry to go back, but you've been in the people business forever. You have a heart of service. So just because you didn't have the business side, you were already winning with people. So I want to make sure you say that, because I'm these are people though, saving people, literally, right? Wait, what was the question?
I used to live with 14 other men. We all had the same type of
Help me. I'm not a people person. Clearly you're a people person. So the question was a little bit about mindset. Is when she said, you're not always in the mood. So how do you get yourself in the mindset? And then when you're in that correct mindset, how do you go connect with people?
Okay, so you also mentioned that I go by Rockstar. And I kind of feel like I need to start there, because my name is Jessica, and there are a bajillion. I'm sitting next to the winner, Jessica, right there. Jessica 2.2 times so. But I wanted to, I was at a previous company, and there were hundreds of thousands of consultants. And I was like, why is somebody gonna buy from me? And I was just another Jessica consultant, and I know I'm awesome, but how did I get it to them? So I started thinking, what makes me different? Then I got into the mindset and affirmations, and for me, I love stars. I always like to find the light in the darkness. And so that also relates to the struggles that we go through daily. I wear them because I'm not always feeling light and happy and cheery. I just think that's life. But the Rockstar portion, to me, it's not Ozzy Osbourne or Van Halen. It is somebody that goes above and beyond, or is I strive to be better. Oh, look at that rock star. You know they're doing well. If somebody calls somebody else a rock star, you're not okay, they're poo. They're not awesome. I want to hang out with rock stars, I guess. So anyways,
I wanted to separate myself and I started branding myself that way over a year. And I'm very authentic, almost to a fault. I don't hold back much.
There's no such thing.
Transparency right here, but because I found what I am to the core, I was able to put that out. And that's literally what everybody talks about with the company and the business. And going forward with the struggles that I go through daily, I just try to do better than I did yesterday and like get through the day, right? Like if I know better, I should do better, I want to do better. And I think that all of this and the company and the products, what we're doing, we're literally helping people life better. And when people ask me what I do, because of all the things, I help you life better. Because what can you do when you feel good? Anything. Anything. You can write that down. Same thing you can do when you have money. What can you do when you have money? Anything you want.
Anything you want.
So it goes to mindset, and I might not have 100% to give, but if I have a little bit, it's more than I would have if I just said no. So I go that way. And then, do you want me to answer your question about how I connect?
Yes.
So I've been transparent for a long time. People, if they have a question and they want a true answer, I try to deliver with grace and love, to the best of my ability, but I am authentic. And so I don't lie. I find a way to say it nicely, even if it's gonna sting. I'm gonna tell you the truth. That's just how I am. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry, actually. That's how I am. But connection, honesty, right? We're being honest, tell the truth. I'm big into social media and building people up. And so collaboration is what I strive for every day. I'm a competitive person, but it's not in like a jerky kind of way. It's a like, haha, I won. What did I win? I would have run up here for a Tic Tac when he was calling things just because of the energy and the excitement. I love it. And so I bring that. And the way that I connect with other people is by being authentic and showing up. So we get a lot of feedback on sharing every aspect of your life on social media. I have posts that if you go back through where I made fun of people for sharing their food pictures. Because I can't eat it, I don't want to see it, I don't care what your food looks like. I share those pictures now because I'm excited. And
Did you say food or food?
Food.
Oh, food. Because I thought you said food. Okay. I feed pictures. Yeah.
Food. Let's stay on track. Food. That's all we need.
Super excited.
I also have a backwoods West Virginia accent. Food. But I think if you show up and you show people how you're living, like my husband gave me one of the best compliments of my life so far. And I was like, why are they asking me questions? Why do they want my business? And he was like, you make living look like fun. And people want that. And I was like, sorry, I want to help people life better. And getting paid to help people feel better feels like I'm cheating somehow, but also, if that makes sense. So we're helping people feel better and fix problems they don't even know they have sometimes. Like inside out, right? And I just show up and I show them how I'm living. So if I'm telling you to work out, move your body, I gotta be doing it or I'm not authentic. And it hurts me to not be authentic. Like it will keep me up.
I love that. And the cool thing is I asked you all three the same question, right? All three very different personalities, all three very different backgrounds, but they all essentially said the same. Did anyone talk about sales techniques? Did anyone talk about you have to follow the script? No, they connected with people by what? Being themselves, being authentic to who they are. People are attracted to that. Love that, love that. All right, now let's kind of move on. Now that you connect people through engaging with them, listening, being authentic, and let them be attracted to you. Now we kind of move to this share, right? And so I'll jump to the next question, Rocco. What tools are you leveraging, whether it be your life, your own personal tools, videos, what tools are you leveraging to help build your new life business?
So I try and find like new and unique ways and new social media apps that you can sort of tweak a little bit and sort of reach a different audience, right? We all have, for the most part, we all have Facebook. And I've recently found TikTok, right? TikTok is a new, very exciting app that is just a great way to sort of deliver your message. I have also found that delivering a message via voice on Instagram is a great way to just go from point A to point B, start the conversation, right? Where there's conversation, there's commerce. And as the conversation continues forward, continues going, it doesn't have to stop. You know, you can just pivot. Maybe there's a question that they need answered. Maybe there's something that they need to be educated on. And basically what I've been doing is I've just continually, genuinely built virtual friendships with complete strangers that have become my friends. There's no doubt about it, right? Paul, I mean, it's become my friends. So, and anybody that's watching on the live stream, I wanted to plead with them that if they've been with the company for quite some time, is to reach out to that person, that has maybe been in the company for a long time, and tell them about our new products. There's actually people out there that have been with the company, maybe disconnected for a little bit of a while, and it's a great idea to just inform and educate them on the new things that we have, and guess what? There's going to be new things on the horizon. So it's just a wonderful thing to continue that. So that's all I got. I can't follow up person.
Wow, that was amazing. That was great. This same question, right? What tools, what things are you driving people to, or what are you leveraging to help plug people in with your business?
I would love to give you a new sexy answer. I really would, but it's not anything you haven't heard. It's the same thing I've been doing for the last 3.5 years, which would be, I use a 90-10 rule, which is on my Facebook, social media. I'm doing my life 90% of the time. I'm doing once a week, basically. For me, this is what works best for me. Some genuine, authentic posts about how the gels changed my life, what MLT is doing for my family. This is not, and then also sharing friends what their experiences have been with our products, and the excitement of life change, right? So I've continuously done that. I've done it for years. Also in stories on Instagram and Facebook, that's a really good way to get engagement. It's not like plastering your own page as a billboard. So I really highly encourage you. I'll do things in stories that I wouldn't necessarily do on my Facebook page, because I want, when I'm friending people, them to come to my page and not automatically, count me out as a friend because they see I'm like a walking billboard for daily life, right? Couldn't love the product more, the gel, couldn't love the company more, but that's not what I want to be known as. I want to be known as somebody who, oh, cool. I want to invite them into the experience, what this has done for me, and I don't want them to throw the baby out with the bathwater. And that's what happens when we plaster our walls with just products. So I'm going to share on stories. I'm going to invite them in. I'm going to do polls, and then I'm going to get them engaged in conversation. I'm not going to attack anybody. I hate to be attacked by Messenger. I really don't want to have conversations with strangers for a very long time. It's awkward. It's weird. I get to the point. That's, my dad used to say, that's like a good quality to have. Just get straight to it. Hey, they voted on my poll. I'm going to invite them immediately to our testimonials page, whatever product that I, presented that they had interacted on. I'm going to get them invited to the page. I'm going to make sure they have a link to the page so they can get their easy access. I'm going to make this as easy as possible. I keep it in the notes section of my phone, the links to our testimonials pages. Those are my go-tos. That's what I do every single day. This is not a complicated or new system. I'll get them in the page, make sure they've accepted the invite. I'm going to tag them on my posts that I've done in there. If you haven't done a testimonial page for the gel or for the drink, please do it. You're not just helping yourself, you're helping all of us. And we all do better when we all do better. But we can't do this alone. Nobody needs to hear about me all the time. I want to hear about you. I want to hear about your personal experience. I want to have somebody connect to you as well. So I get them in there and then I follow up, right? You just take a look around the page, I get them the information, I send a link through. The app is genius. Guys, I'm the first to admit, there were months when they presented it, I was like, that's $5 a month. I know. that sounds so cheap. I'm like, yeah, I got a system. We're good.
$4.99.
Yeah, I know. So, yeah, there you go. I was like, I'm not doing it. I got a system. This works. I don't need to do the app. Oh my gosh, guys. I'm so glad I did the app. It's literally game changing. I can see if they watched the video, how serious they are. If they watched it, how long. I know when to follow up. I know questions to ask. I can send them some more information if they're interested. And then it sends you the follow-up. Hey, in a couple days, this is, it reminds me, hey, this is who you talk to. I need that. I'm a busy mom of 3. So the app has been game changing too. And I want to kind of remind you guys, there have been probably hundreds and hundreds of people I've talked to along the way. The most important thing I've done for any life business is get people on a testimonials page where it's constantly jerking on them. Okay? Maybe it wasn't a good time right now, but it's going to maybe be in a couple months. We'll see those new testimonies and then it'll be time to reach out. And follow up. Follow up. If the conversation got weird, if it's dead in the water, hey, I'm not sure if you saw my last message. I know life's busy. Just wanted to check and see. Did you take a look at the video? Or did you take a look at the page? This is not a complicated system. It's just being human. Just have a conversation. But when you do that, that's when magic has happened, and it's not changed over the years for me. That's continuously what I've done.
No, that's exactly what I wanted you to share, right? It's not this new idea or this new angle. It's just, it boils down to driving this business exactly like you said. It's reaching out to people, genuinely connecting, and following up. And that follow-up, I'm going to touch on that tomorrow a little bit, but that's one where so many people think they just stop. I'm going to put myself out on a limb a little bit. For those at home, you can play too. Who said yes the very, very first time they heard about the gym? All right, this is backfiring a little bit, guys. You guys are the old timers. You don't count. Honestly, probably about 50% of the people raise their hand. Well, that's actually pretty good because the product and the pitch is that intriguing that you're going to pick up people. But the other 50% that didn't raise their hand just had to learn a little bit more, had to learn a little bit more about the ideas, or maybe they needed to get a question answered. That's okay. But this idea, like you said, just to give up because they immediately said no. I met thousands of people in this industry that it took months, maybe even years to come around, and it's always just where they're at in their own personal life, what time it is, what their health is, what their situation is, and it can change just like that. You just have to stick with it. Jessica, same question for you. What tools are you leveraging to help build your business?
Liz didn't really leave me much. So yeah, I mean it works. Obviously, like I do what she does.
Somebody else. It wasn't you.
Right? It's not. I mean, if you've seen the NUL at all, like it's social selling, right? And so that's where I went when I first started. I watched all of them, the Ninja, social selling, and then everything I could. I plugged in everything. But so Jordan said he gave me like. I feel like I tell all my new people this too. The best piece of advice was, it's $5, but I promise you, if you want me to send you the file, like whatever, get it on the app. The day I signed up, and I was like, really? And I do a lot of things, deal with a lot of different tech and a lot of different software, real estate stuff, and different direct sales. So when I saw our tech from the app, I was like, wow, is this really this easy? And then I got on the dashboard, and I'm like, wow. So that's super impressive about the company, just woohoo there, because it's so easy to work from the toilet if you want to. Like, people don't want to talk about it. They all take your phones in there. It's gross. Wipe it off. Like, when you get back to the room, everybody's handing out Lysol wipes. It's a reminder for myself as well. But so you can literally work from anywhere. So the app is, I get game changer. Plus, you get to be super nosy. Like, if Liz asked, like, will you watch the video? Yes, and I took the time to send you the video, and you don't have the time to watch the video that you made me send to you? Come on. Don't waste my time, don't waste yours. Yeah, how serious, sorry. But so that's, again, authenticity, right? Like, don't waste my time. I also don't want to waste yours. But I use the app, I do social media, and so I've been very lucky because I've been working, I've lost over 100 pounds. And I kept it off. Yes, back in 2012. So I've been working on myself for a long time, and it started with mindset. We can go forward with that, but I have tried everything under the short of drugs. You know what I mean? Like, when an appetite suppressant, something to fill me up, something to give me energy. I don't want to be depressed. I don't want to take a downer because I'm up. All of the cleanses, the detox, and the steps 1 through 172 to get to where you want to be. And so I want simple, and other people want simple. And I found it. And they've seen me. They saw me at my heaviest. Now they see me now. And like, I'm a work in progress, right? I'm always trying, if you know better, do better. And I live it. And so I've been lucky because they've come to me from seeing it. Like, hey, what's this MLT you're posting about? What's this that I do the stories? I do all of the social media platforms. If I had an advice to anybody, I would say pick 2 and focus on them. You don't have to do all the things, but pick 2. If it doesn't align with who you are, then do something else. Where's Ken, told me today he doesn't love social media. And I said, okay, where's your vision? How he's okay, successful, right? Like the commas, and I did the math too. And I was like, hey, cool. He's successful. He does what works for him. And I would say that to anybody else. Like, you don't need to do what I do or what she does. Maybe a little bit of it, but make it your own recipe, customize it. And I think that's really important because we want to do what everybody else does to get where they are, but we have our own journey. So I use the app, I use social media, I do Messenger and things like that. And then now, because of the blueprint, so I reset every 6 months. And I'll go through my list of people, you know, your hairdresser and your dentist and the teacher and whoever, your people, warm market, cold market. Why revisit it? And then I think about, okay, now I'm getting specific. I'm like, who has been complaining on Facebook about not sleeping? They need to know, right? Who is talking about hormone and that? So that's how I work. And so I follow up with people because I'm following the systems that you guys lay out. And then if you're making the comments every day or adding what Melanie said too, adding people, if you're doing the things and you're being authentic, you get to know the people. So it becomes a relationship, whether you're doing that authentically or not originally. And then it's like, hey, Rock, I saw that you said you only got 2 hours of sleep last night. Would you like them to be restorative 2 hours? Because I can help you with that, or would you like to get in more?
Restorative.
Cool. Let's chat. But so that's it. It's that easy. It's not a reinventing the wheel, or it's following the system and then customizing it to what works for me. Again, being authentic, how it aligns with you and what you can do to work your business. You want to be relatable too. Like, don't come for my people, come for your people.
I love that. Listen, if you didn't take notes, if you don't have a page full of notes based on this, rewatch the recording, do whatever you have to do. This is gold. These are people that are building their business on a daily basis. Thank you for joining us, and that's our. Thank you.